Okay, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. It has been an event-filled day here at Fales Elementary. Our second graders performed Go and Buggy this morning for all of their families, and now they get to be in the audience as special guests to view this wonderful third grade strings performance. We're so happy all of you could join us. I want to say a big thank you to Mrs. Clemans and Mrs. Jaques for all their work, and Mr. Martin, our fine arts director, is in the back there with the piano. We want to thank him for being here as well. So what a wonderful way to end a Friday. Sit back and enjoy.
Thank you, Mrs. And congratulations to the second graders. I heard that your performance this morning was excellent. And now you get to enjoy third grade strings. And while you're watching, just keep in mind that this could be you next year. The reason we invited second grade is because third grade is when you get your chance to play a stringed instrument. You'll be hearing violins and violas, and you were here in the middle of the year when we just were plucking our concerts pizzicato, and now you'll get to hear us play all of our songs with the bow. Since this part of the year has... You okay? Since this second part of the year has all been about bowing, we are actually going to start with a bowing warm-up. We're going to show you our little short bows in the middle that we're going to use for the first few songs. So this is just going to be a copycat bowing warm-up. Warm-up was a D and a rest, an A and a rest, and a D. And that spells out Dad, which is the name of our first song. And for any dads in the audience, we spent a lot of time talking about how many rests dads need. And apparently in this song, they need a rest after practically every note. Which is to be able to actually play. Rest, play is actually a very tricky skill when you're trying to do it in a unified way, and you could really hear that the group was completely together. Their dads were completely together, let's just say it like that. So, nice job on the dad song. The next rhythm we're going to show you is also a small bows in the middle rhythm, and it's called Everybody Stop Stop, and we'll warm it up first, and then I'll explain the song that goes with that. Let's start on the A string. And they are going to be going back and forth between the A string and the D string, which you can tell are kind of two of our favorite notes in the third grade. But we also have two soloists and Mrs. Jaques who are going to play something in between our rhythms of Everybody Stop Stop. They're going to play something in a completely different style. They're going to play a long, beautiful, lyrical, melodic singing part that's a big contrast to the rhythm that we're playing. So you'll hear us go back and forth between the A string and D string, and you'll hear the big group sound of the rhythm go back and forth with the lovely melody of our soloists. So back and forth. Song to show you, and that is Hot Cross Buns. You're going to hear the whole group play the melody of Hot Cross Buns, then you're going to hear a fancy solo from our soloists, and then we're going to combine those two things and you'll hear the melody and the solo at the same time. So here's Hot Cross Buns with the bow. Our soloists have already been taking lessons on their instruments before they started third grade straight, so we wanted to give them some extra special things to play in the concert. And now we are actually going to change our bowing styles. We've been showing you all our things that are little bows in the middle, and now we're going to warm up bigger, longer bows ourselves in preparation for playing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. So here are our big bow warm-ups. like a violin. I know parents, you've heard the whole development since, February to now. So it's been quite a long road. But they sound lovely with the bow, and those long bows will be featured on Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. You'll hear the whole group play Twinkle, then I'm going to play fancy solo, and then we'll combine the fancy solo with the whole group. That we call the Cabbage Song. I think the official name is Bile Them Cabbage Down, but we just go with Cabbage Song. And this one you'll hear the whole group play the tune. Then you'll hear me play a fancy fiddle style solo. And then we'll combine the fiddle solo with the tune for our grand finale. This one actually, you'll notice a mix of bows, and this one has little bows and big bows. behind the scenes all year long to make what just happened also happen. Also third grade teachers, tremendous amounts of stuff behind the scene to support our program. We really thank you for that.
Miss Garrett, the third member of the string team. She's been out with an injury, so I know she'll be watching this concert later. So a big thank you to her for being with the students for most of the year to prepare them for today.